are very spoilt here on the Rietspruit Reserve. How awesome is that, guys? Right past the front of our truck. Look at that, everybody. They are just unreal. Good afternoon, all you beautiful people. I hope we are all doing absolutely splendid on this fine Monday afternoon. For those of you who don't know me, I am Andrew, and today we are on another game drive on the lovely Rietspruit Nature Reserve. Absolutely stunning day this afternoon. Very warm, I'm not going to lie. I think everything's going to be hiding in the bushes, but that's not a problem. We just need to go and find them. With that being said though, let's see who's all with us. Hello Elsa, Barbara, Jennifer, Willow, Carol, Mary, Di. Hello everybody, I hope you're all doing fantastically. Thank you for tuning in once again. Always an absolute pleasure to have you with us. Ooh. Banded mongoose. No, surely not. They normally buy water. Surely not. Can't say for sure. They bolted across the road way too quickly. Too small to be dwarf mongoose, but too many of them all in the same place to be slender mongoose. They were quite large, so I'm gonna go with banded mongoose. But that being said, could be wrong. It was a very quick sighting. I hope you all like my new hat. I think it looks quite stylish. I got a brown one instead of a green one like Brent. Just thought it was a bit more bush colour, not going to show as much dirt and dust on it. But thank you to Rogue once again for keeping us protected from the sun. Hopefully we can go find all the creepy crawlies and critters as well. Everything has started coming back to life after the rains we had last week. Things like your two-spotted beetles, baboon spiders, shongololos, and a lot of different moths. Wow, the mapani moths. The mapani moths have been out in full force already. The flying ants are just ridiculous. They're everywhere. So who knows? Maybe we get lucky and see some reptiles and creepy crawlies on this drive as well. But I have no plan this afternoon because I've noticed every time I have a plan, it never goes according to plan. Therefore, the logical outcome, don't have a plan and everything should go according to plan. So we're hopefully going with that logic, but that being said, it's the bush. It's unpredictable. But yeah, like I said, very warm day this afternoon. There's a lot of vultures in the sky over there. To the right, there's like 3 or 4 vultures. Oh no, there's way more than 3 or 4 vultures. You zoom up there. I think we're going to head there, Basil. I don't know. I'll have to just go see what's out and about today. Who knows? Maybe it's just the dogs at the boma. It's in the right position of the boma. Well, the boma is in that direction, not necessarily where the vultures are in the sky, but I mean, you know, you can think with all the carcasses and smell of flesh dying, it's a good place for the vultures to be. So, I mean, it would make perfect sense. But that being said, Basil said he heard the lions very close to camp last night. So we went to check Mamba Dam, and unfortunately we didn't see any tracks or anything like that. So we didn't really pick up on the trail of the lions. But I'm hoping this afternoon we can spend some time with the pride. In my latest Alrighty, sorry about that everyone, just listening in on the radio. Do you still have eyes on those vultures, Basil? Alrighty. And yes, once again we want to see our leopard, but every time I say I'm searching for a leopard, I literally haven't seen a leopard this cycle. Starting to believe they don't exist here on the Rietspruit. Only the ghosts of the leopard decide to show themselves on the trap cameras. So, I really hope we get lucky with that. That would be a really epic find. But, I don't know if you all tuned in on Sunday's show of That's Wild with Carl Middleton from the Mabula Ground Hornbill Project. It was a really, really interesting episode. Found it really fascinating, some of the things he mentioned. So, you know, Gareth asked him if leopard were a big... excuse me. Gareth was asking him if it was a big... if leopards were a big factor to the survival rate of chicks. And apparently they can go in ground hornbill nests and get chicks, but I mean the main culprit of southern ground hornbill chick enthusiasts, if you will, is a civet actually. So civets will go in and unfortunately destroy the nest and eat whatever eggs or chicks there may be, especially if they haven't even fledged yet. Like 4 days, Kai was saying 4 days before the one was about to fledge. It's unfortunately got eaten by a civet, which is not great, but I found it highly interesting because I never would have thought civet of all things would be responsible for taking out a bit of the population of the southern ground hornbill. So if you haven't watched it or you did miss it, it is out on YouTube. So I do highly suggest you go take a look at that. It was a really, really interesting show. Carl really knows what he's talking about as well. So there's some hyena tracks, rather fresh. They look like they've been from this afternoon sometime. That might be nice. They cut into the block though, and there's a water point just coming up called Kudu Krip. So maybe he's having an afternoon beer at the bar. By that I mean drink at the waterhole, but you know, animals are unfortunately not able to go get a beer at the bar, so they have to settle for what they can. Hello everybody. Yes, the hat. If you do want one, head on over to www.rogueoutdoor.co.za to order yours today. You know, I think I should secretly be a marketer or advertiser for certain brands, you know. Hint, hint, Sony, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Just send me a 800mm G lens, you know. Only costs 225,000 Rand, but yeah, Sony, if you're watching, how's it? But we're slowly coming up to, let's give us an update about the mama dog. Mary, I will do right now. I will do in a sec. As long as you don't expect it to follow any predictable directions, lol. Oh, that's very true. That's very true, Anne. It can be predictable, but a lot of the time they're wild animals and they can do things you don't expect them to do. Wow, look at this. There's grass here at Kudu Krip. This literally wasn't here 3 days ago, 4 days ago. That's amazing. Wow. Sure. The bush is changing, everyone. The bush is changing. Three lionesses were at Camp Dude, you were right. The lions were at that dam drinking where the frogs are. They were drinking there. That's incredible. Thank you, Carol. We need to probably head back towards that side of the reserve then. And yes, Carol, you mentioned something very important as well. Tomorrow, the Rietspruit Game Reserve becomes Big 5, everybody. We are introducing, I think, 12 or so buffalo to the Rietspruit Game Reserve. Yes! Epic! Now we can properly say we are Big 5. Which is really cool, going to be awesome. Hopefully going to live stream the whole thing. But that being said, going to be very fun, exciting, and full of action, especially seeing as it's buffalo. They are unpredictable. There's no such thing as a predictable buffalo because they don't false charge. They don't do a mock charge. If you see that thing running for you, climb a tree as quickly as you possibly can. That thing's coming to try and kill you. But without further ado, hi Velma, thank you so much for joining in. Glad you could make it. Great to have you with us. I was just mentioning now to everyone, I don't know if you were here for it, but tomorrow the Rietspruit Game Reserve becomes Big 5. How amazing is that? Absolutely spectacular. So that's very exciting news. And then, for all the people who tuned in to our live stream, when was it? Was it yesterday? It was yesterday, the dogs. Yesterday morning. So myself, Matt, Basil, and the team were all up at 2:30 in the morning to make sure we had all our gear, and we headed out at 3 towards Solati Game Reserve to go and finally rescue this pack of wild dogs that has been causing them grief for quite some time now. With the amazing help of Joel, the conservation vet. If you want to go follow him on Instagrams, you can do so at the conservation vet itself. But really, really amazing. So the capture technique we used, it's called a boma capture, and it works really well for things such as impala, zebra, wildebeest, all your herbivores, all your herd species, or harem species if you will. But it's not often used for predators, and it's actually the 3rd time in history, according to Grant Beverly, that it's been done. And out of the 13 pups we still had to catch, we managed to catch 11 out of the 13 in one go. And then we tried to get the other 2 in, but they weren't cooperating. So I still truly do think it was a complete success. The fact that we managed to catch more than half of the pups super spectacular. And then the one pup and mom managed to get out of it. So Jerry was going around in circles with the chopper trying to chase these dogs, and then we couldn't find them at one point. So very stressful time for the dogs as well. So we didn't want to overheat and cause them more stress. So Joel made the decision to dart the pup. We managed to get all 12 puppies, and they were transported back into the current boma, just with all the other older pack members. So they're not completely isolated, and it's just the pups on their own. But unfortunately, the alpha female we couldn't catch. It just got too hot, and the chopper had been chasing her around for like a solid half an hour, 45 minutes, and dogs at the best of times can't really thermoregulate that well, because most predators sweat through their paws. So you can imagine after running for 40 minutes that it might get quite hot, and just it's not good for the dog itself. So we called it quits after that, and tomorrow, I think it is, Joel is going back to try and find the alpha and bring her home to all the puppies. But we will keep you updated. But thank you for mentioning that, Carol. I would have completely forgot. But the buffalo, very exciting indeed. I don't know how it's all going to work as of yet, but we shall find out in due course. No leopard in the riverbed. I'm still waiting. One day when I drive through one of these drainage lines, there's going to be a leopard. I'm telling you. Crazy how quickly the bush is changing. I mean, look how thick that is. Talk about off-roading. There's no off-roading happening through here. You just physically can't. But I don't know if you can hear that bird calling. It's a red-chested cuckoo calling somewhere close by. See if we can't get a glimpse of him. Nice to know that all the migrants are slowly coming back. Still waiting for the typical woodland kingfisher, but it's a high-pitched tone. I just can't do it. My voice can't go that high. Okay, I can hear him. See, this is the thing with Pete May froze, all the red-chested cuckoo. You can hear them going ballistic, but you can never actually see the things. It gets quite annoying after a while. Not the call, they're trying to find them and they never show themselves, but you can hear them going ballistic. It does make it a bit more aggravating, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm very upset about these 3 lionesses that were at Camp Cam last night. Good golly, Miss Molly. I don't know where they would have went though. They might have cut down to Roy Runke's, because I don't know. Carol, do you by any chance know which way they went from the Camp Cam itself? Do you know if they went back outwards, or did they walk past the cam and towards the tents? Out of curiosity, I don't expect you to know, but if you do, that would be absolutely amazing. Oh my goodness. I just saw the cuckoo fly off. Wow. He's literally sitting on this branch here. He was literally right here. Yeah. That lowest branch right there, Basil, you're on it already. Yeah. That's crazy. And we didn't even see him. Wow. Great guiding eyes this afternoon, Andrew. I'm sure we will hear more of them though. we can... Oh, we got the hippos! The hippopotami are back, everybody. Absolutely incredible. Now, oftentimes if you want to double check that there's hippos in a dam, what you can do is actually just sit at a dam and wait 6 minutes or more, or preferably more. Wait 7 or 8 minutes. If nothing pops up, there's no hippos in the dam. A hippo can only hold its breath for up to 6 minutes, I think, if I'm not mistaken. 6 or 7, it's one of the two. I think it's 6. I'm pretty positive it's 6. But let's just have a little gander at the hippos. Absolutely love these guys. They are just, you know, the sea cow. And there's the calf that you are currently seeing now. That little one there is the calf, and he's probably sitting on top of mom as we speak. Wow, gorgeous. Shame, thanks, Barbara. Yeah, no, it's just one thing I'm very grateful for was A, just having the opportunity to tag along with Brent and the rest of the team. But B, just to know that we actually are making a difference. It's an incredible feeling, and you know, a lot of different companies will say this is what they stand for and this is what they'll do. But one thing I've noticed about PDTV is that's all they believe about. That's all they care about, helping the animals and making a difference in conservation, which I truly stand for and believe in, and just absolutely grateful to be a part of it. It's truly, truly special. One morning there should be a leopard waiting for you at the gate after all this time, Andrew. Oh, Anne, you would think so, hey? You would think so. I think they just avoid me, teaching me to truly appreciate the lesser spotted death cat, which I already do. Just like to be reminded of them every now and then, you know, with a little quick sighting, even if it is quick. A sighting is a sighting nonetheless. They went back out away from the tents. Righty, Basil, we might have to go back to Hace. What birds are around in July? Velma, that's a great question. So, majority of your birds are all year rounders. Sorry if I was in the way. Sorry everyone, I've just found lion tracks here. They're old, but quickly have a look. But Velma, to your question, like your red-crested Kuron are always here, your brown-hooded kingfisher and your striped kingfisher, grey heron, hummercorps, what else? I'm just trying to get off guard here. Cinnamon-breasted and golden-breasted buntings, grey luries, well, grey go-away birds. But, yeah, majority you see all year round, but now that all the migrants are back, it's just a lot more exciting, you know. Got your cuckoos, you got certain kingfishers, a lot of your rollers are back, and a lot of your birds of prey, like your yellow-billed kites. And the other day we actually saw 7 or 8 yellow-billed kites in the same tree, which is really, really spectacular. Sorry for the sudden pause there, everyone. I don't know if you can make out that red-chested cuckoo calling and mocking us all, saying, "Haha, you missed me." Oh wow, look at that, Basil. You see the monkey? Incredible. Oh, something spooked them. Let's see if the hippo goes and plays with the monkeys. That'll be quite funny. Leave this water, it's my water hole. That's what the hippo calf is saying. Speaking of, I actually haven't seen Mom or Dad. But like I said, the hippo calf is probably resting on Mom. And maybe the bull isn't here. Maybe the bull's at Leadwood Dam still. They move around between this dam, Leadwood Dam, and Porth Adder Dam quite a bit. Just want to have a quick gander. Cute, man. You can see the baby hippo's footprint over here. I don't know if you'll be able to get it, Basil. If you can, just here. Just give me a thumbs up or down if you can, if you can't. Oh, you can. Everyone, this here, it's probably the size of my hand. Maybe even a bit smaller. That's incredible. Well, Mom's poked her head up. She's like, you too close to the water. Please go back. We're going back, Mom. Don't you stress. Don't have to tell me twice. Listen to your mothers, everyone. But yeah, wow. You can clearly see the size difference in the heads over there. Just even the distance between the eyes is very, very prominent, and you can see the difference quite easily. Thank you, Carol. We're going to head back towards camp now. I know you guys do, Carol, and we really are truly. I know you hear this often from all of us when we say we truly appreciate all you guys, but from the bottom of my heart and Painted Dogs, we couldn't do this without you guys. You guys definitely are also, you are part of the people making the difference. So truly mean this when we say it. We are really grateful for all of you. Oh, look at babies trying to climb back on Mom. Wow, that's remarkable, Mary. The man picked up the next starfish and threw it back in the water and said it made a difference to that one. Wow. Well, you know, it just goes to show, if you believe in something as well, and no one else is supporting you, commit and just keep grinding, and you will, you know, you don't need anyone's support but your own, in my opinion. If you back yourself enough, you can make anything happen. Let's see. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you, hippopotamize. We appreciate you, don't we? Yes, we do.
Very brief visual of three black rhino on this camp. Just north of the crypt now, about a minute ago. Okay, good. That's my sighting. I'm going to head that way. Which way did they go? They went slightly mobile in an easterly direction. I'm still standing by, trying to hear them again. So if I come along, could you tell me best left? Yeah, affirmative. That's the one with a calf, I presume.
Sorry, everyone.
Affirmative. Are you the first person to see it on the ground then?
That's crazy. I don't know if you guys heard that update. There possibly may just have been discovered a new baby rhino on the reserve. It's just on the wrong side of the fence for us. It's on Kaya's side, so unfortunately we can't traverse there. But with that being said, Kaya animals are free. They don't need a permit to cross the border into Blowbunk and Leadwood, so therefore they can free roam. And in doing so, we might be able to get a chance to see that baby if they do decide to come towards Blowbunk again.
Located the 2-mile line south of the Boma, close to where they were this morning.
Alrighty, it sounds like Birdman has found the 2 male lions. So I think what we're going to do for now, he didn't say they're mobile, so we're still going to head back towards Hace.
Elephant bull is pinged on the Skillam Savannah, just close to that drainage line that's between the Skillam Savannah and
Roy Runke's.
Roy Runke's.
I told you that elephant bull was at Roy Runke's. Ooh, action, action. We want action, everyone. Looking rather promising now. Sounds like everything's slowly starting to make their way out and about on this lovely afternoon. It's actually, the clouds have just blocked the sun, which is amazing. It's dropped the temperature by at least 6 degrees. Really, really awesome. It's like the perfect game drive temperature now. Like when I say perfect, I mean it's not hot enough that the cats won't move about either. There's a bit of a breeze, not strong at all, but just lightly cooling as well as you're driving. And as you heard, everything's starting to slowly make an appearance. So let's go see. We'll shoot back towards Hace real quick and see if we can't pick up on tracks of the pride. Because like Carol said, it is the lionesses. So I really want to make an effort to try and spend some time with them this afternoon. Spent quite a bit of time with the males this cycle. I've seen them a lot more than I've seen the pride, so I think we're going to stick to our original not plan, which is head towards Hace, try and find the lionesses, and if not, we'll cut around back into Roy Runke's and maybe go see if we can't spend some time with this elephant bull as well. Speaking of elephant bull, guess what happened? So yesterday, once we finished with the dogs, we entered the Leadwood gate and had to drive through Leadwood home to drop off all the gear, because obviously we can't take the poor jackal on the highway. It doesn't have rear view mirrors, and we don't need drama from the popo. So we cut through Leadwood, and we were severely treated to the elephant bull drinking at Lemon Doran Crib. And spent about 15 minutes with him, super calm, super relaxed, and then headed into the thicket, and we lost visual of him, and I assumed he had cut through straight, and as we came around the corner, myself and Basil, he was there ready to say hello. And literally, when I say we got charged, this man ran uphill towards us and wasn't stopping. It was quite nerve-wracking, not going to lie, but I mean, an elephant running at you in general, I suppose, is quite nerve-wracking. So, that happened. That was awesome. But the bull is definitely a lot less cheeky than the herd. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. I'm not too worried about the bull as I am with the herd. He treated me quite well, so, you know, we'll take it as a win. Looks like it might rain later. I hope not. Let's go see if there's nothing along the fence. It's quite weird. The cheetah brothers have been on Kaya for quite a while now. They haven't made their way back as of yet. Starting to kind of get attached to animals, but you know, when you start seeing them as frequently as we get to do, which we're very privileged to, I know of no reserve other than this that you can have the cheetah sightings that we get to encounter. So that's a really, really awesome thing about this reserve as well. Is there anything in the road? Just give it a quick scan for us there, Basil. Not seeing much, eh? Alrighty, no stress. Not the first time we haven't found anything on the road, but really interesting. The other day we were coming down this road, well, coming up actually, forgive me, and there was a lone young yearling impala, and this thing was on edge, stressed out of its mind. And as we approached, it got so stressed, and I mean, when I say we
crossing into Blowbank.
What's it called? As we approached, and when I say approached, we were still like 15, 20 meters off. This thing literally just ran straight through the fence, just completely straight through. I kid you not. Literally just didn't care about the fence, didn't care about anything really. Oh, what's that in the road? Is that a kudu? It is a kudu. Oh, it's a nice treat. Let's go see if we can't catch up with them. The grey ghost of the bushveld. What is the latest on the cheetah brothers and the mama and cub? Jennifer, that is a brilliant question. Like I mentioned, we unfortunately have not seen the cheetah brothers as of yet. They are still somewhere on Kaya. The audacity, eh? Who do they think they are hiding from us?
And now leaving, including that very small car.
Alrighty, so they've just confirmed it. There's a new rhino on Rietspruit. Wow. That's super exciting. Kind of just got goosebumps from that. Yo. Wow. There's a new baby rhino, everyone. What? The start of the birthing season is here. Soon this place is going to be teeming with baby impalas, zebras, wildebeest, everything in between. For things like lions and leopards, though, there is no breeding season. They have a cycle where they basically, whenever the female comes into estrus, they will find a suitable mate and they will mate, and the gestation period is about 90 to 95 days or so, and from there, once they've reared the cub and the cub gets sent out again and dispersed from its mother, the mother will go straight back into estrus and do it all again. But this being said, like, the impalas will only drop their calves and their calves. It's not a rhino, man. They'll only drop their babies after the first rains, and I think the rains have been strong enough and heavy enough that they're slowly going to drop. Oh, the quillier's back as well. Looks like it. There's a huge flock of small birds here. Oh, there's a rainbow as well. Do you see that, Basil? Wow, the quilliers are back. Look at them flying in flocks like that. What? Isn't that just amazing? Now, there are flies everywhere, which are driving me absolutely bonkers. I really, I love all creatures, no matter how big or small, but flies, bane of my existence. I don't know how animals deal with them. I wish I had a tail that I could flick back and whack the back of my head with as well. And whack them. Carry a fly swatter. Oh, it's not a fly, it's actually a piece of thread. Would you look at that? Nice.
Andrew for Birdman.
Standing by for you, Birdman.
If you're interested, the 2 male lions are just south of the boma.
Copy that. I'm just currently following up. Apparently on our camp cam last night there were 3 lionesses, so I'm just headed back to Haste to see if I can't pick up on tracks of the lionesses. If I can't, I'll definitely head that way.
No problem.
I think Birdman likes me. We're in with the cool kids, everyone. I'm not seeing tracks here, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut off the fence line. Baby rhino. Indeed, Mary. Baby rhinos. Oh, sorry, Jennifer. In terms of the mother and cub, I think the last time they were seen was by me that one morning when I caught them trying to escape, actually. Funny enough, believe it or not. I actually had to physically drive up to Blowbunk Gate to scare them off because the cub was like almost through and Mom was putting her head through. So I just intervened because I don't think the reserve would have been too chuffed if the cheetahs escaped. So, but when I saw them last, they were doing really well. Cub was super healthy. Getting rather big now, almost looks like a cheetah himself or herself. I still haven't been able to sex it yet. Still can't tell whether it's a male or female. But also doing that's quite hard if she's only seen every 3 or 4 weeks as well. So hopefully someone is going to get an idea of it soon. But for now it's just known as the little cubby. Really wish we could have some lion cubs here. Yo, that would be awesome. Righty, let's check this real quick. Gotta love the natural massage you get driving around these roads. Sorry, Basil. Blackback, puffback going crazy in the distance. Love those little birds when they puff their neck up and then just look like a snowball. That's actually how they got their name in Afrikaans. In Afrikaans they called a sneeuwballe, which means snowball. Really cool. It is slowly rather looking like it might drizzle. Let's check the weather, shall we? Before we check the weather. Oh, let's check that track. Nope. It's not much there. Let's go check the weather real quick and see what's forecasted for today and tomorrow, especially with our low capture incoming. Leopard, no.
Number 5.
Good golly gracious me, like that would be the perfect photo as well. It would be like a frame within a frame, because you've got the bushes creating a natural frame in between your camera frame itself. So that's always a double whammy, that. Oh, would you look at that? Tuesday, it's scheduled to rain. Red-chested cuckoo again. Not the same one. It's a different one. I wonder. Righty, let's go see if we can't pick up tracks of those lionesses. If not, we'll head towards the boma, maybe check out the doggies, and then we'll go see the male lions as well.
Fishing with you, Madam Gareth. Yeah, afternoon, sir. I'm passing bush camp. I'll have to take standby for that. There's only one vehicle here, so make your way. Okay, copy, thank you.
People still haven't learned from Kevin often telling people you don't have to ask for permission to join a sighting, but
there's 4 leverage stations on Gobank.
Still people
South of the boma.
People sometimes just don't get it.
A rhino sighting on Kaya that John had earlier, and there was black rhino, 3 black rhinos seen here, Sescox, but no longer active sighting.
3 black rhino, get out! What?
The second young heifer, they don't see her around lately, or she's still up in the northeastern corner. I haven't seen her for a while, but I haven't.
Righty, well, as you can see, we are just driving past camp. I just want to have a quick squiz at the camp cam. So Carol, if I'm not mistaken, so here's camp cam. They didn't walk towards the tents, they walked back this way. If I'm not mistaken. That's kind of what I understood. But you might have an Andrew feature on camp cam, just because I'm going to quickly have a squiz for tracks of the pride. Huh, would you look at that? They were here. At least we were sleeping, Basil, and not walking about. And then just you, Carol. Hi, Carol. I hope you're well. There we go. Right, the track seemed to actually head down this way, which is towards our borehole. So we're going to head there. And then hopefully we pick up the trail of these lionesses. Awesome, fabulous. Thank you, Carol. Appreciate it. Making my tracking a lot easier, let me tell you that for sure. I don't know who turned the borehole on. They didn't see these lion tracks. Wait, but that one was fresh now. No, not fresh, not fresh. Probably from when they first came up to drink. But what we'll do, because we know animals use the path of least resistance, I can't imagine they would have V-lined into there. So using the path of least resistance, we can kind of estimate where they went, which for the meantime being is straight down the road. And the tracks here back it up. Really awesome. Wow, so we had visitors last night and we didn't even know about it. How crazy is that? Alrighty, everybody. So we'll carry on down. My bet is they're on Roy Runkies, or they're here somewhere. They've been here before. And I actually made a kill down here once. So you never really know where they might be. They might be close, they might be far. But we're gonna do our best here. We'll just go back to this game path here. No. Nope. So a good thing when you're tracking is while you're driving, check all the different game paths that you drive past to see if they didn't veer off left or right of the road as well. Tends to make your life a bit easier as well. There's hyena tracks as well. Look at that. You see it there, Basil? No. Down. Down. That one. That big one. No. There, bro. Yeah. And next to it, you can actually see an aardvark track as well. See those three little sausage-like things next to it? How's that? Spotted hyena. Is that a spotted hyena? Yes, it is. It's one thing I'm very grateful for Brent and Gareth is my tracking game is starting to improve tenfold since I originally started. Powerful. Alrighty. So this, coming up now, there's going to be a junction, and this is where we have to make our call if they went straight, because that'll put us on a complete different path to the boma, the male lions and the dogs. So who knows, maybe the lionesses are going to work with us and head towards the dogs as well. But the other day on drive, Gareth and I actually had 3 of the lionesses circling the boma, and then the one lioness went around so fast that the other 2 lost her and started contact calling for her. It was incredible. Sorry, Basil. Hold on, but there we go. It's quite a treacherous road, as you can tell by all the bumps. Just got to take it nice and slowly. Also some really awesome sharp rocks to cause all the punctures in the world. Punctures are not my specialty, but if you need a tire changed, call me. I'm your man. Dun 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 dun. Alrighty. Got to be careful. It looks like there's lots of ants here. Last thing I feel like doing is getting swarmed by ants. See, tough thing with the substrate and the soil now is it's so firm that you literally cannot see anything. Well, there you go. Hey, no, got an ant in my shoe. Not lacquer, not the dream. I'm just going to quickly check up the road. Just going to check up the road real quick, everyone. Hopefully we get lucky. What? Is anyone? Let me check the phone real quick. I like learning about the tracks. I'm not very good. And we all start somewhere, hey? We all start somewhere. You just got to take that first step and it'll get easier and easier every day. It's just practice. One thing you can do is every Tuesday we do a tracking Tuesday. So I post things on I post different tracks on the socials and do a quiz. And if you have the Paint a Dog app, I'm sure you've seen Tracking Tuesday there. But it's one thing that does definitely and will help you in the future in terms of tracks. So I do suggest go and check that out. It's really cool stuff. What did they say on the radio? Huh. A bit. Not the dream. Alrighty, gonna go with gut feel. I think they're headed down the road. And good news is, if they haven't, we can still always head towards the pups.
Inside the boma, not outside the boma. Affirmative. Get him inside the boma. Okay, you had me worried for a minute. Okay, thanks.
Joe just gave Kevin a heart attack, saying he's got 5 wild dogs.
On Rietspruit, standing by for that.
Meanwhile, he didn't say 5 dogs at the boma. So Kevin just had a mini heart attack on the radio.
Yeah. I think there's some male
You know, the ants are biting me everywhere. So that's also another thing that's severely come out now, is all the ants. All the different species of ants as well. But I am not the most caught up in terms of ant species. Not going to lie to you. Let's carry on. Let's have a look down here. Just need to find a patch of soft substrate, and then hopefully those lionesses would have left us some clues. Oh, too many people are trying to speak on the radio at once. That's why you're hearing that doo-doo, doo-doo. Alrighty, here we go. Softer soil. Just watch yourself there, Basil. I'm not seeing tracks here. It tells me that they could have cut towards the fence line. But we'll keep going a bit further up. Hopefully come along some sort of tracks. Maybe even bump into them on the road. But like I mentioned, with this substrate, it's very rocky and hard. It's not the softest place to leave an imprint. So it's a lot harder to see the actual tracks. One thing I've noticed that's out in full force is that all the big beetles, like your two-spotted beetle, they're everywhere lately. Sorry, Basil. Just need to not drive over the side of the road in hopes of hopefully finding a track. But I'm not seeing any, which isn't a good sign, everyone. But that being said, the bush is predictable but unpredictable. They could be right there. We don't know. Not seeing any your side, eh? Sure, the bush is changing very quickly. It's actually remarkable. You know, I haven't been to this side of the reserve in a week or so. It looks completely different. Oh, there's a big rock. Don't want to hit that. I wish I had like X-ray vision. Just look through all this thicket and just find everything that's hiding and watching us, but we can't see them, you know? Oh, Birdman loves those lions, eh? He's still with them. Ooh. Alrighty. Not seeing any more signs of those lionesses. So what we'll do is we shall check the fence line real quick. The western fence line, that is. Unless we bump into them beforehand. But there's also the fresh signs of the elephant here. Lots of fresh feeding signs, if you will. Look at that. That's dry, but the fact that it's still green. Just hoping he doesn't give us a run for our money again. They just vanished. Typical lions. Typical. Wow. Look at how green it is, everyone. This is bonkers. This is drop dead gorgeous. And then you...
Poole is on the, or close to the western fence. Once you get up Savannah Link.
Righty, well the bull is nearby. So we might as well do a detour. Something keeps flying on me. I feel like I got ants crawling all over me. Oh, congrats, Carol. That's awesome. I'm just not sure how I got them right. Oh, well, Anne, that's okay. What you can always do is you can always send us a message asking how to ID this. So, like, for example, a good way to tell it's a hyena track and not a lion or a leopard is let's do this. It will have 2 lobes at the bottom instead of 3. Cats have 3 lobes, whereas dogs have 2 lobes. And the distinguishing feature of a hyena is it's got a kidney-shaped toe, a kidney bean-shaped toe. It's like this long, slender bean-like outer toe. I really don't like this road. This road's not fun. Are you alive there, Basil? Hanging on for dear life, eh? Yo, if we face the bull elephant on that road, good golly, Miss Molly. Might not be in the vehicle. Might take off running instead. It'll be a lot quicker than trying to get the vehicle. Oh, so Ellie's broken a tree right there. So I think he's headed towards the fence line. So double whammy worth checking the fence now. See if we can't pick up on any tracks or signs of the lions as well. Any chance of getting Jerry McDonald and Brian on That's Wild? They would be amazing too. I agree with you, Jennifer. So the only problem with trying to get Jerry in is shame. He's literally 24/7 busy with things like the dogs yesterday. So sometimes, I mean, it can be midnight and he'll get a call saying, look, this is happening, we need you by first light tomorrow, and he'll be gone. So you can't really set a date and like confirm, because nature has no clock. It can pop up in the latest of nights and the earliest of mornings. So that's it's a tough one, but hopefully they will be coming on the show very soon. Alrighty, let's go check the map and see where we are. Well, I know where we are, I just want to know how to get to... Kevin's just sent BB off Skelm Savannah Link. Okay, I don't know where we are, but I sure as hell Skelm Savannah Link. Alrighty. Kevin for Andrew. Kevin, were there any tracks or signs of 3 lionesses on the fence line there where you are with the elephant bull by any chance?
I didn't look on the fence line, but there's 2 vultures sitting here, but they just seem to be 2 by themselves.
Okay, copy that. Only reason I'm asking is 3 lionesses were seen at Camp Cam late last night, so I was just checking to see if they didn't maybe hit the fence.
I'll go and have a look.
Copy that, thank you. We got the big man on the job. Kevin's gonna help us look for the lions. Extraordinary. Alrighty, everyone. But very exciting as the sun goes down. It means we're one step closer to going and catching some buffalo. Going to be an amazing day. Lots of work, but what is work when you love what you're doing, eh? See, I would have expected to pick up pride tracks by now. So they've either cut west or east. One of the two. Or we could have driven straight past them. That's a very, very big possibility as well, because it wouldn't be the first time I've done that. On one live drive, it was literally this exact road as well. I drove up and down this road 4 times. And then only on my 5th attempt did I actually manage to find the pride. But shh, that's our little.
Yeah, and then Colleen live on Ledwood. Any update?
Afternoon, Colleen and John. At the moment there's Rhino on Kaya.
Look at the light coming off that mountain, everyone. I'll stop for you quick, Basil.
Southern side of the Boma, but down at the Boma area, there are currently 6 stations on Blowbunk, and there was some black rhino found around Seskan, but they sort of disappeared.
Thanks, Warren.
I'm thinking.
The elephant herd on Ridge Road on Kaya, and the elephant bull
I don't know if we should maybe head towards Seskan as well and have a look for those potential black rhinos, because apparently there were 3 of them together, which is, that's unusual. White rhino are the social rhinos, whereas black rhino normally completely solitary, unless it's a mother and a calf. So I don't know if it could be mother, calf and dad, but it doesn't sound like it. Maybe she has 2 calves. Well, when I say calves, juveniles now. But if people reported 3 black rhino together, you know, that's incredible. One thing I'm sure you will be seeing a lot more of is all the guides will be drinking a lot more water, because everyone, it is gonna be a very, very warm summer. Kevin did say there were 2 vultures as well there by the fence line. So who knows? Who knows? Might get lucky. Not seeing any tracks or signs. Oh, turning my indicator on for some reason. When have you ever seen someone use an indicator in the bush? Sure. Andrew, your Santon genes are coming through.
Pulling out. Thanks, Birdman. It was all yours. Enjoy.
Oh, Birdman's still there. with these lions. What was that? Bird of prey in the tree there, Basil. Do you see it? Oh, he's gone now. Aish. That looked like a booted eagle. Didn't get a good enough glimpse though. He was there and then he was gone. How is this light though, everyone? Is that a rainbow there on the mountain, Basil? Itself? I don't know. Can't really tell from here.
Using all stations, Justin Mobile on Ledwood. Any updates?
Oh, everyone seems to only be going mobile now.
The Orion is on fire. I wasn't told the name of the road. On Ridge Road there are the female elephants. The male elephant is in the drainage line near Antioch on the western fence of Ledwood. The two male lions.
What a beautiful shot, Basil. Anne was saying.
South of the Loma area.
Basil says thank you, Anne.
Rhino in the Cisterton area.
Basil says thank you.
There are 6 stations on Lowveld.
There are 7 stations on Lowbank. But, interesting. This light is incredible. If only there was a leopard walking down the road towards us with the mountain in the back, the trees. Oh, one day it'll happen. You know, I'm still yet to get just the shot everyone's got of a leopard. Just a typical leopard laying in a marula tree.
There's no lion tracks on the western fence near Antioch Sloot at least.
Okay, copy that. Thank you, Kevin. Oh, so Kevin says we might have run out of luck, everyone. That's okay. Still a beautiful afternoon nonetheless. And maybe it's a sign, the fact that we can't pick up on these lions. Maybe we're going to get blessed with something else as well. Alrighty, now that it's less rocky, at least we can pick up the pace a bit. Well, as I say that, there's more rocks. I don't like going over the rocks with all this camera gear and things on the car. Just gotta go over it very slowly. Feel like a popcorn kernel in a pot of hot oil, to say the least. Righty. So I think everyone.
Good afternoon, station. Sandy and Jet going mobile on Ledwood, standing by.
You see, every single person, like, I guarantee you they have their radios on as well. So I think what we'll do, we'll head towards Seskant and the Boma. I mean, if we got to see 3 black rhinos together, that would be incredible. So the best black rhino sighting I've ever had was while I was working in the Pilansberg. Well, touch wood, so far I've only seen one here, very briefly on Rietspruit. But the best black rhino sighting I've ever had. I was in the Pilansberg and my guest and I had the quietest drive I've ever had. Like when I say the quietest, I mean we didn't see a thing, we didn't even see a bird, like we saw like pigeons and things, but like we didn't see anything that the guests were happy because they were paying, if that makes sense. So it was a tough crowd for me, and obviously you can do your best to talk about the birds, the bees, the trees, the soil, the termites. They weren't having it. But then, out of nowhere, my luck changed, and we came around the corner towards Monkwear Dam, which is the main dam in the Pilansberg. And there, in the center of the open veld, just were 5 black rhinos together. It looked like 2 small calves and 3 maybe juveniles, but 1 huge adult. Well, when I say huge adult, I mean for a black rhino it was huge, because they're not as big as a white rhino, but they are a hell of a lot more aggressive, I'll tell you that. Speaking of Brian showed us a video while we were waiting for the Boma. We were waiting for the Boma build team. So the team that actually came to build the Boma. What was I saying now? What was I saying, Basil? Oh, thank you. We were waiting for the Boma capture team, and Brian pulls out his phone and he's like, oh, in the road there, Basil. Guys, in the road here we have an African hoopoe. One of the most stunning birds we get here. Now, Jennifer, you asked, I think it was either you or Velma asked the question, what birds do we get in July? So this bird is here all year round, so he would be here in July as well. Absolutely stunning markings on him as well. And you can see that crest on his head. Oh, he heard me. He was like, how dare you insult me? I didn't insult you. Come back to the road. But you can see he's trying to find any source of food. Oh, it looked like he got something there. Crazy. Alrighty, everyone. I am not seeing any signs of lion. The elephant has apparently moved off to the north, which isn't great. Very hard access to get to where he is. Got to do a lot of nitty-gritty off-roading. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to head towards Seskant, but go around the back and hopefully bump into those rhino that were seen earlier. When I say earlier, they were spotted on this afternoon's drive. So just before we went live, they had them, but they had lost them already. But let's go try our luck, shall we? Can't hurt to try. But Anne, going back to you saying you're not good at tracking, see, I lost the lions. Oh well, we'll get them next time. Just goes to show you, you know. The tracks can be very tricky as well. So I did also notice tracks going back up towards Hayes that looked fresher than the ones going away. But there were no signs on any of the roads. We drove past Mamba Dam, we drove past the airstrip. There was no tracks whatsoever. So the only logical explanation is they came back down that way, because the tracks from Camp Cam were headed back down that road. So, you see, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose with the tracks. Even I'm still learning. But like I said earlier, we all start somewhere, you know. Especially, it's a lot harder to be good at tracking and get to know your tracks really well if you're not in the bush. Obviously, you're a bit disadvantaged then because you're not getting to see the tracks on a daily basis. But nonetheless, even if you just get a little tracking book, start making notes. You can take down general centimeter size, lobe shape, like I mentioned, the 2 lobes, the 3 lobes. Is it round hoofed? Is it straight hoofed? There's another red-chested cuckoo calling. So you see how these birds are aggravating. He's like, well, red-chested cuckoo, it's you too. Mine wasn't so friendly. No leopard. Oh well. So I'll tell you what we'll do from here.
We've got one male lioness, looks like mullet. He's stationary here on Rietspruit Game Reserve, just at the Ratchet link that goes.
Aha, they've just found the injured male lion. Shame. So he's far from his brothers at the moment. But I'm sure he'll catch up soon. The Pride is doing some very strange things lately. Well, it's not strange, it happens. The Pride has split up, but it's been almost 2.5 weeks now since they've regrouped. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they had an argy-bargy or if they just had enough of each other. Who knows? But they should reunite pretty soon. It's nothing to worry about or nothing too serious, you know. Happens all the time. I mean, some prides get lost for weeks. When I say weeks, I mean like over 3.5, 4 weeks, and still end up just rejoining another, finding each other. So it's nothing to stress about. I think it's the first time I've witnessed them do this here on the Rietspruit. Poo-poo, indeed, Mary, indeed. I love those birds. Always a retreat. Now there is a vehicle in front of us. Oh no, Carol, I don't expect you to go out of your way and message us every time there's an animal on Camp Cam. That's shame. Don't. If it's a leopard, yes. Please phone me as you see it, and I will be out tracking until live drive starts, and then hopefully have found it by then. But yeah, no, shame. We don't expect you to do that at all. I'm just wondering now. This vehicle's driving very, very slowly, and I want to get in front because I want to go to where the black rhino were seen. But I don't know. We'll see now. But for now, we shall just take it a bit easy. Oh, going off-road here. Do you know who this could be? This could be Gareth Poole. It's Gareth Poole. It is Gareth Poole. The one, the only. Oh, on the tracker seat even. Good afternoon, everybody. How is it going?
Very good. How are you?
Oh, I'm surviving. Had to do a lot of editing this afternoon.
Yes. Are you live?
We are live.
Who's there?
Who's there? Everyone. It's a pack drive.
Can I say
The
hi
whole
quickly?
pack. Say hello to the pack.
Harry? Say hello to the pack, boy.
Hello.
Wave at the camera, boy.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, cute, man.
Where are you headed?
I'm headed to Seskant. Crip.
And then from there?
Probably could have crip.
You heard we had that sighting just north of Seskant, eh?
Was it you?
Yeah,
The black rhino?
sure.
I saw a black rhino and pushed the rhino.
What? Really? Sure.
Yeah, Harry just got charged by a black rhino to within 5 meters of the car.
Yo, man's beating me at all of these things.
He tried to see a rhino.
Sure, you're more of a qualified safari guide than I am,
Oh,
sir.
that's rubbish.
No, I don't know. I've never been charged by a
Let
black
us know
rhino.
When you see a leopard, Andrew.
I shall do so.
Thank you, sir.
The Pride were at Haste last night, apparently, as well.
Oh, lucky.
I tried to follow up, but the tracks went down towards Roy Runkies, and then they just,
Going north.
yeah,
Okay, awesome.
yeah.
Thanks, my boy.
All the best. Nice seeing you. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, how stunning. What a beautiful family, eh? Harrison is just the cutest kid on earth. Man's beating me to all these sightings. He's been on foot with white rhino. He's been on foot with black rhino. He got charged on foot with black rhino. And guess who called in the original sighting? The one and only Gareth Poole.
Two sable visible on the other side of the fence.
Ah, that's lacquer. It's two sable antelope on the other side is with the bull elephant. Once we hit Seskant, we're gonna slowly start heading there, and then we'll make our way east and go up towards Kudukrip, hoping we get lucky maybe with a leopard, because I don't think where we are now we'll have time. I didn't realize how far Roy Runkies actually was from the Boma. The Boma is about 3.5, 4 Ks that way. What's the time? Yeah, I don't know if we'll have enough time to make it after. Huh? Oh, there's a civet! There's a civet! In the day! Basil, lovely spot, man. Well done, sir. What? Look at him. He's there. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. During the day, going back to the ground hornbills, this is the creature I was saying is responsible for for eating quite a bit of the ground hornbill population. This is incredible though, folks. The fact that he's out now, during the day. What on earth? Is he gone now? Yeah, that's ridiculous, Vim. Even Vim's commenting. He's going, whoa. That, folks, that.
Justin on blowback number 9.
Basil, I don't know how you saw that, bro. Well done. Well done. But that, everyone, we are privileged. That thing is out early foraging. I think he's confused and thinks he's a honey badger or something. But normally they only come out late at night, anywhere from 8 o'clock onwards when it's dark, dark, dark. And not, like, no light in the sky whatsoever. That's the first time I've ever seen a civet during the day. Well, it's 6 o'clock at night, well, in the evening, but as you can see, the sun is still very much out. It is still very light. Epic sunset on the left there. The colours haven't fully hit as of yet, but you can see all the rays of sun.
Is Madodangala 1, is Lala, Banzi, just west of the Boma itself, and the other one went into the Boskamp area.
That was meant. I'm sorry. Sorry for being quiet there, everyone. I'm just perplexed, to say the least. I mean, to say the most would be language I cannot physically use. But to see a civet during the day, that is incredible. Wow. We were lucky, everyone. Very, very much lucky. Very nice. Ah, Harrison, I can't believe you got charged by a black rhino, sir. That one's truly magic. That's... whew. One day we'll get there when we're big and strong, to say the least. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to just see. So they were reported here, headed that direction. So we're going to take this first right. But you never know. They could have come back towards the road. Very, very likely they could have done a U-turn. I suppose when animals are stressed and move off quickly, they don't really think, they just go. And then once they feel safe, they come to terms with where they are and realize, oh, I need to go the other way. Sometimes can come back to the road, so you never know. Oh, Michael, welcome. Thank you for joining. I didn't realize there was a drive today. I just arrived at work, so I have to run. We'll catch up. Oh, Michael, just truly appreciate you even tuning in for that little bit. You are greatly appreciated, sir. Yes, everyone, how cute was Harrison and Gareth? I don't know if some of you recognized that man without a beard, but for a good cause, I don't have mine, although I need to shave again, slowly coming through. It is Movember, so in support of cancer, I, myself and Gareth and a bunch of Gareth's friends and a lot of people throughout South Africa shave their face and just grow a mustache. It's called Movember. So it's an incredible reason to do so. I really don't like myself with a mustache, though. I genuinely look like I shouldn't be around children, especially when I'm wearing my glasses as well. Look like a wannabe Jeffrey Dahmer. Not great, not great. But for cancer, we shall do it. How is that, everyone? Basil, is that okay? How is that, everyone? We'll just sit here for 1 minute and just take in this gorgeous sunset. That's bonkers, eh? That's just... actually cannot get over that sunset. One of the more insane ones of the summer season so far. Still every now and then finding an ant crawling up and about on me. The ants are winning. They're winning. Alrighty, everyone, let's go see if we can't get lucky with these rhino. And then this basically will take us straight to Kudu Krip as well, which is that first water point we passed in hopes of said leopard. Oh, one day I want to live on a reserve and go on game drives with my family. That would be so cool. Like, yeah, even just to spend time with everyone on a game drive is just, yo, I'd kill for that. One day that will happen. That's the ultimate goal. Retire on a game reserve and just get to drive everywhere. Any time of the day I want to go out, I can go out. That's the dream. Got to work hard to get and achieve that dream / goal, but that's what keeps me going every day, knowing that I'm working towards something. Oh, temperature's starting to cool down nicely now. It's not as intense as it was earlier. I was sweating like a salmon in a smokehouse earlier. Not great, not great. I think mid-summer I'm gonna need to change my shirt 3 times a day. It was that hot the other day that I can only imagine summer's gonna be intense. But because I stay in a tent. Haha. No, I'm joking. But the sky is definitely just what? Superb. Look at that. My golly goodness, gumdrops. My gums have dropped. Wow. Just so special. You know, the last time Gareth saw a black rhino was with me. And the smile on his face was just ridiculous. He couldn't stop smiling for hours. I saw that same exact smile on Harrison tonight. Like father, like son, eh? Oh, he's too cute. He's gonna grow up and make a awesome safari guide himself. Such a lovely family they are. Well, say he's got a few years on you, Andrew. You'll get there. Yeah, Harrison, of all people, has a few years on me. Whew. It's okay though. You know, I'll get there. I literally just need to get off the vehicle and just go walk and learn from my experiences, because that's technically one of the only ways you're going to learn. What they do at And Beyond in Gala, for you to qualify as a trails guide, for 7 days they'll drop you in the bush somewhere random, from 6 to 6 every day for 2 weeks. They don't give you a rifle, they don't give you anything, they just give you a radio, and you have to go out and you have to meet them back where you were. And trust me, when the animal's running at you without a rifle, I'm sure you learn. I'm sure you learn what to do quite quickly, actually. A Harrison sighting followed by a civet. What a drive. Mary, couldn't agree with you more. Yeah, Basil, everyone's saying good spotting, bro. Well done. You're a champion. Everyone, Basil says thank you. But yeah, good job, bud. Is it out of the road? A little crested Franklin trying to play suicide with us. Those birds love just running out of the road last minute. They do Movember over here as well. Ah, Well, I should hope they do Movember all over the world, but that's really awesome to know. Yeah, Barbara said I think it's worldwide as well. I love the way the winds pull the clouds like candy floss. Yeah, no, it's extraordinary. Like, yeah, I can never come up with words for the sunset because they're always just too busy. Anne is asking, Andrew, are you going to retire like Kevin has? And Kevin technically hasn't retired. He said he's going to be working until, yeah. In terms of working as in managing the reserve, I don't know if I want the stress and hassle of that, because it's a lot of, yes, fun things and organizing all these different relocations and things like that. But getting permission from all the different landowners and getting permits, and it's just a schlep. It's like trying to get your license from Home Affairs here in South Africa. Something no one wants to go and do, but they have to, just because they need to be legally driving. But in terms of living on a game reserve with my family and just being able to traverse, help keep the roads maintained, I'll happily do. You know, like Kevin says, it's his natural gym. Couldn't agree with you more. I mean, whacking wood and cutting down trees is a very good form of what's the word? Where multiple muscle groups are being worked at once. I can't think of the word now. Okay, well here's fresh rhino drag marks. Very fresh dig site there, but there's no aardvark tracks, no porcupine tracks. I'm perplexed as to what made that hole. So here we go, everyone. We're getting close to Kudakrup, so I'm just gonna keep my voice down, which is very hard for me, best believe. I like talking, but I'm just gonna keep it down just as we slowly approach. Hopefully get super lucky. Slowly approaching as well, just because you don't know if you find anything on its way to the water source either.
I'm going on to Brabant.
Okay, this is it, everyone. All fingers, toes, knees and shoulders crossed. well. Oh. There's 2 game cruisers in front of us. So we know she likes this area. I'm wondering if we shouldn't head back to Lemendurham Crib. Might not be a bad idea. But we'll have a look at this intersection coming up, if there's any tracks going east, north or south. As you can see, we are currently headed west. The sun is setting in front of us. Nice indicator that we're headed west. When the sky is above you, Andrew, when the sun is directly above you, it tends to make it a bit harder to find out which is north, east, west or south. So always nice when the sun's either rising or setting. I don't know, in general, no matter how hard I try, I struggle with direction, and I own it. I know I'm not the greatest with direction, so I own it. I'm not ashamed of it, but I still just try my best, and haven't got into trouble yet, so we keep moving. Come on, leopard, wherefore art thou, ye beautiful specimen? This is one of the reasons I do love them so much, though. Just the fact that they are so elusive. Just makes finding one that much more worth it. Can you imagine what I'm going to do the next time I see a leopard? Haven't seen a leopard in over 8 weeks now. Whew. Probably will cry. Clearly do that quite a bit in conservation. I cried at the wild dog snaring that we did. Just seeing it in real life, it really it hit different, you know. So I cried for that. What else? No, that's about it for now. Ooh. This is a leopard. This thing is monstrous. No, it's a lion. There's lion tracks here. Not fresh though. From maybe 2 or 3 days ago. Very, very faint, washed away. So one thing we will start seeing with summer coming out now is a lot more lizards and geckos will be on the road, going back and forth. Is that a monkey? No. Is it? No. It's a tree. It's a piece of shrub. One thing I'm seeing more and more often as the days get warmer and warmer is a lot more human footprints out in the roads. Must be people doing some tracking. Got a nice little herd of impala here. Nice harem. Some younger males, and obviously the alpha, or the most dominant. Those other two younger males are definitely soon to be kicked from that harem, but in non-breeding season, when it's not rutting season, they're a lot more tolerable of younger males being in their harem, because obviously they're not wanting to mate, they're just there for safety in numbers. Whereas in rutting season, that alpha male, the most dominant male, will push all those younger impala out. Crazy things the animal kingdom has to offer. No leopard over here.
Match closing now.
Yo, they got home quick.
Is there any station with the lock of Madodangala?
No, sorry, sir. Gonna head down to the crypt one last time, everybody. One last check. Collaboration, full body workout. Collaboration wasn't the word I was thinking of, but it helped me remember what it was. It was compound exercises, where it works more than one muscle at once. Oh, Carol even said it there. I didn't even see that. Sorry, Carol. I didn't steal it from you, I promise. I don't blame you. Yeah, no, Carol, it was a tough one. I'll never forget that day. Seeing Eileen's snare was... Could be. I teared up several times on safari in September. Very moving when you see a leopard walk right next to the vehicle, or when an elephant shakes his head at you. Barbara, I can definitely agree with you on the first two. The wild dogs hunting, I've never seen personally. The reserve I used to work at didn't have wild dogs, unfortunately. But I couldn't agree with you more. But everyone, with that being said, I hope you have all had an absolutely amazing time on our afternoon safari this afternoon. Unfortunately, no leopard. Nonetheless, stunning sunset, beautiful light, absolutely insane African hoopoe, and exciting tracking. But we'll get him next time. I hope you guys have a fantastic week going forward, and I'll see you very, very soon. All the best, everyone.